Hey out there, and welcome. I'm Kate. Thanks so much for being here. We've got Memphis today, which is exciting, I guess. We have a variation on a Sun Salutation theme for you today. So if you want to practice with a couple of blocks, if you want to start out sitting on a blanket, grab the props you think it's going to make your class the most comfortable and the most pleasurable. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's get moving. Okay, so we're gonna start in a comfortable seat. Sukhasana, if you want, with the legs crossed. You can sit up on your heels or on a block on your shins, whatever works for you. It doesn't really matter. Just get someplace comfortable. Feel your shoulders start to relax away from your ears. Maybe let your head go a little bit side to side. Maybe gaze over one shoulder than the other. Start to kind of move a little bit before we settle. You can feel your shoulders start to roll, kind of small, tiny little incremental adjustments until you feel like you can be steady. So then you can start to close your eyes. And even as you close your eyes, if you feel like you need to shift or move or even sway, just let it roll today. It's all good. We're working on a variation to a theme, so if you want to vary how you practice today, depending on how you feel, then go for it. But as you settle in, just start to shift your awareness from your body to your breath. Without judgment or worrying about what's right and what's wrong, just breathe and feel your body as you breathe. And let it be. Perfect as it is right now. Before we start moving, feel that energy right underneath the surface, that soft hum, inspired by the beating of your heart, right? But you can feel it under there. Maybe it's already awake, or maybe it's just waiting to be woken up, to find that spark. Take a breath in, and when you exhale, you're going to drop your chin to your chest and shake your head a little bit side to side. When you inhale, roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. Come down through the middle and then up to the left side. And down through the middle and up to the right one more time. And you're going to pause here. If you want to use your right hand on the side of your head, give yourself a deeper stretch. And then release through center, roll up to the left side and pause there. Same idea, you can take a deeper stretch, left hand to the side of your head. And then back down through center, chin to chest. When you inhale, you're gonna lift your head and open your eyes. And from here, come right into table. And once you hit table, a traditional cat and cow, start to roll it out a little bit. This is where we start to try to connect movement and breath, but don't let yourself get caught up too much in the right and the wrong. Just find what feels right for you today. One more deep breath in. And a full breath out, and you're going to hold that exhale, hold that rounded spine, press into the floor. And then on your next inhale, you're going to come back to tabletop. Take your fingertips, and we're going to spin them around. Maybe they point back towards your knees. Maybe it's somewhere in between. And we're going to do a variation on cat and cow now, right? So inhale, same deal. You're going to arch your spine. Exhale, curl in. You can tuck your toes to add a little foot stretch. And follow that same pattern. Inhale, feel your chest reach through your upper arms. And exhale and curl it in. One more. I know this is big on the wrist, so take it one more. And exhale and round. At the end of that exhale, you're gonna peel one hand off the floor, shake it out, peel the other hand off, shake that out, and then walk those hands forward. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, and give yourself a moment here to kind of work side to side. And we always pedal our feet, right? Or I like to in the beginning to kind of ease into those hamstrings, but let your hips get into it a little bit too, right? So when you bend that right knee, let your right hip drop too, and just kind of side to side. So it's a little bit of a bigger, kind of more dramatic version here. Exactly. And then one more to each side. Easing in. And then inhale, you're gonna rock yourself forward into plank. And when you exhale, drop your knees to the mat and take your hips back to your heels. Find an extended child's pose, but once your hips hit your heels, you can drop your elbows, relax your shoulders, and just take a moment. Settling into your child's pose, feel the weight of your head drop into the floor. Give yourself a moment to just kind of plop in. All right, come on back up through table. And instead of our traditional vinyasa today, we're gonna do something slightly different. So if you wanna add in a traditional shavasana, did I say that? Vinyasa, our traditional vinyasa. If you wanna add a traditional one in and you don't like the one we're doing, then go for it. But here we go, right? You're gonna come through downward facing dog. Inhale, slide it forward into plank. When you exhale, you're gonna drop your knees, your thighs, your hips, bend those elbows, and come into cobra. Take an inhale in cobra. Exhale, pull your hips back to your heels, extended child's pose, tuck your toes as you go. Inhale here, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're just gonna do two more so you kind of get it. Inhale, rock it forward, and so I get it. Exhale, drop your knees, your thighs, your hips, bend those elbows, cobra. Inhale in your cobra. Exhale, hips to heels, tuck your toes. Inhale here. Down dog on your exhale. One more. Inhale it forward. Exhale, knees down. You got it. Lower, bending through the elbows. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, child's. Inhale. And down dog on your exhale. That's it. Take your gaze forward. And from here, we're gonna tiptoe, but we're gonna cross. So you're gonna take your right foot and kind of cross it in front of the left. And then left foot's gonna step forward, but we're just gonna cross, kind of tiptoeing around. Ba-doop, 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 all the way to the top of the mat. Bunk. And then when you get there, you gotta kind of reset yourself, and that's cool. Settle in. Uttanasana. Maybe soften those knees for a moment, sway. And from here, you're gonna take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back. Let your knuckles draw away from your ears. For the sides of your neck, lengthen down toward the floor. Nothing has to be static today, right? Just move how it feels good. And then release your hands, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and settle back into your Uttanasana. Press into your feet, inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down through prayer and just hold here for a moment. Samasthiti, close your eyes. We haven't done much movement yet, but there should be a little increase in that energetic flow, right? You can start to feel that hum. Crank it up a little notch there. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, we're gonna walk it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into your plank. And when you exhale, you're gonna lower your knees. Find table. All right, take your right leg and stretch it straight back behind you. We're gonna find our, three-legged table here. And you're gonna tuck your left toes under. Inhale. And when you exhale, drag your knee in toward your nose. Inhale, we kick it back. As you kick your right leg back, lift your left knee. So we're still in plank, but now we're plank. Deep breath in. And when you exhale, you're gonna drag your knee in. What are we doing here? Here we go. That's it. Inhale, kick your right leg back, drop your knee. Exhale, lift your knee, drag it in. That's it. Inhale, kick it back, left knee down. Exhale, drag it in. One more. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. We're gonna hold the knee to nose and then step your right foot up between your thumbs. Pop up onto your fingertips. Root into that right foot and come all the way up. Anjaneyasana, shoulders soft. Inhale. And when you exhale, bring your hands down to your front thigh for a moment. And you're gonna scoop your tailbone under, whoop, and kind of hollow out a little bit through the front of your body. We're gonna take it a little bit deeper into your hip flexor for this one, just to get a little deeper in, right? So you got that hollow body. Bend your right knee a little more, and then come out. And then bend, and back out. And one more bend. Come back out, plant your hands, step back. Downward facing dog. That's it. And then our modified Vinyasa, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower those knees all the way down. Cobra pose, inhale in your cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale in child's. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go. Gonna drop your knees to the mat. Left side, right? Take that left leg, sneak it back behind you. Keep the inner left thigh lifted, rolling toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick that left leg back, lift your right knee. Yeah. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back, drop the knee. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. Goodness, I am so confused. Hold on. We're doing that again. Okay. Left leg's gonna come back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. We're gonna lift that right knee up. Inhale it back. As you kick the left leg back, drop your right knee. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Drop that knee. Exhale, knee to nose. One more. Kick it back. And this time we're gonna drag it in. Back knee stays down. Step it forward. Press into your left foot. Inhale, reach it up. Anjaneyasana. Oh, Hairasana. It's one of those days. Bring your hands down to your front thigh here, and then you're gonna lift a little bit out, scoop your tailbone, and get that big old melon baller, right? And you're gonna hollow out the front of your body. So it gives a little more tension into your hip flexor. You're gonna sink into that left knee, and come on back out, and sink, and come on back out. One more, sink into it. You got it. Plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. And now the Grapevine Four, we're gonna step your left foot forward, and then the right across, then the left across, and the right across, and the left. Then you're gonna step your right foot across in front of your left, and then swing your left ankle across in front of your right. So now we've got the thigh or the ankles crossed. From here, we're gonna halfway lift, lengthen out, and fold. Shift weight to your left foot, sweep the right leg around to the outer edge of the other foot. Same deal. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Reset your feet. Regular old Uttanasana. Half lift here. And let it go. Press into your feet, come on up. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Hands down through prayer, Samastitihi. Take a moment, close your eyes. Check in. All right, with your eyes open. Inhale, come out and up, reach Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale and fold, plant those hands and step it back, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, slide it forward into plank. Here we go. In plank, you're gonna take your right leg, lift it up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it out. As you do, we're gonna hover the left knee. Inhale. Exhale, drag it in. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, squeeze. One more, kick it back. Soften that left knee. Squeeze it in, knee to nose. Step that right foot up between your thumbs. This time, come on up into Crescent Lunge. Feel your shoulders soften. You got it. Gonna take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back. Feel your knuckles drag down. Let your chest lift and extend. Beautiful, full breath. And then slowly, we're gonna come down to the inside of your front thigh. A little variation on Humble Warrior. Let that left hand drop to the inner edge of your foot. Roll your right shoulder open. Find a twist now, palm open. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Step back, plank. And lower knees and thighs and hips. Cobra or up dog, I suppose. Inhale. Exhale through your child's pose. Inhale here. Down dog as you exhale, lift those knees. Forward into plank. I'm gonna float the left leg. Here we go, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Soften that right knee. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more, kick it back. Knee to nose, step it forward. Crescent lunge. Come on up. We got our little tiny variation here. Hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Same deal. Lift even as you sink your weight into your feet. And then we're gonna bow the inside of your left leg. Try to keep your shoulders lifted away from your earlobes. And then let that right hand sail to the floor. Spin your left arm open. Twisty crescent. And then left hand to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog, and breathe. Gaze forward. This time you're gonna come high under the balls of your feet and give a little hop. Maybe 2 hops, maybe 3, maybe 1 hop to the top of the mat. Let's go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands through prayer, take a moment. Pause, breathe. We got one more little ditty. Inhale, come out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen, and downward facing dog. Come forward into your plank. We're gonna float the right leg. Inhale. When you exhale, right knee to right tricep. Kick it back, soften the left knee. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Kick it back, soften the left knee. Right tricep, squeeze. Inhale back. Left tricep, squeeze. Take it back. One more each side. Right tricep and back. Left tricep and back. And then step it up between your thumbs. Another crescent lunge. Inhale, bring it up. Building on that last little sequence, hands come behind your back, interlace your fingers. Upper arms can hug in here. And then instead of folding to the inside of your thigh, you're gonna fold kind of right on top of your thigh. Keep your gaze forward. Shift onto that right foot and lift the left up. Warrior 3 to a toppling tree if you want it. And then you can actually topple. Apropos name. And then come on up to stand, left knee in, take your arms, reach them up for a moment. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Let's hit a hip stretch here. Little nesting pigeon. Sweep those hands behind your back for one more. Fold. Reach back up. Step that left foot, warrior two. You got it. Flip your front palm, reach up. Take it back, reverse warrior. And then straighten that right leg. Come up and over with your right leg straight, Trikonasana. Full breath. And then windmill that right hand down, or that left hand down. We're gonna open again into that crescent twist. And take your right hand down, step it back. Plank, Vinyasa, how you want to. You can keep with the modification, into Cobra. Exhale back, child's pose. And downward facing dog. Yes. All right. Here we go. Come on forward. Left leg's gonna lift. Inhale. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Squeeze it in. Inhale it back. Soften that right knee. Exhale over to the right. Inhale it back. Bend the right knee. And to the left. And back. And to the right. And back. Last time to the left. And back. And to the right. And back. And then step it up. Left foot, crescent lunge. Oh, this is a little sweaty, huh? It's a surprise to me too. Relax your shoulders. Hands come behind your back. Maybe the funky pinkies on top here. Inhale. And instead of folding to the inside, we're just gonna fold right to the top of that thigh. Keep your gaze forward and start to work your weight into that left foot. Feels kind of good to rock for a second. And then come on up, push the floor away. Beautiful, come all the way up. Knee into your chest, stand. And then right ankle over the top of the left thigh. I'm whispering because I'm tired. Interlace your hands one more time behind your back. And we fold here in our nesting pigeon. Inhale, reach it up and step back. Warrior two. Flip your front palm, arc up, back, sink through your left thigh. Feel that side body now lengthen, and then press the floor away, straighten your left leg. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come out and over, find your Trikonasana. Just kind of built on that theme of sun sales. This is a sun sale Q. You've got your A and your B. Here's your Q. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Find your twist. Left arm up. Oh, yeah. And then take that left hand to the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. You got it. We're just gonna hold down dog for a moment, but it doesn't have to be static, right? It can be a moving, a swaying dog. You can take your feet wide, soften your knees, send your sitting bones back, work a little bit side to side, whatever. And then for a moment, you're gonna drop your knees to the mat. Slide your hips to your heels. Child's pose, elbows soft, shoulders soft. And still in child's pose, you're gonna slide your elbows back toward your knees. So you're kind of propped into this sphinxy child's pose. And let's go for a twist here. So you're gonna take your right arm, thread it underneath, come toward that right shoulder. Sorry, Memphis, that right ear. And we're gonna thread the needle, but a super tight ball needle ball. You can walk your left hand forward. If you want to find that half bind even here, you can. And take your left hand back down to the floor. Come on back up, and we're just gonna switch. Left arm under. We're gonna thread the needle on this side. And you can give yourself more of a twist if you want. Press into the floor with that right hand. And then maybe walk your right hand forward to the top of your mat. And then you can take it up. Maybe find a half bind here. And then bring that right hand back down. Slide yourself. Take a moment here. And then come back up onto your hands. And take your fingertips behind you. You can spread those knees a little bit. Roll your shoulders back. Lift into your chest. And then press into those shins and lift up. A little variation on our camel pose here. And then set your hips back down. Shift your feet to one side. You're gonna walk your legs out in front and come all the way down onto your back. And once you get on the floor, you're gonna bring your arms right alongside. You're gonna do one bridge. So feet about a hip's distance apart. You know the drill, right? You're gonna push into your feet, lift your hips. Okay, and then we're gonna take a variation, right? So start to shuffle your upper arms underneath you. Interlace your fingers. And then you're gonna sashay, toe heel your feet over to the right. And ideally your right foot comes off the mat and your butt kind of clears your hands, right? And then you're gonna lay your back on your right forearm. And maybe you're thinking, what the hell is she thinking? I don't know, it feels good. If it doesn't, then come on out and come back to your regular bridge pose. Push into your feet, lift your hips, and then toe heel through center and over to the left until your butt kind of clears that fist. And you're gonna lay down on your arm. And push into your feet, lift your hips. Come back through the middle. Keep your hips high, release your hands. Take your arms, reach them up overhead with your hips still lifted. Palms face the ceiling. And then slowly lower your hips down to the floor. And drag your knees in, take them wide. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. And here we go, here's our variation on child's pose. Instead of a traditional child's pose, you're gonna spread your knees, arms come inside your legs, thumbs to the inner ankles, fingertips wrap around your outer ankle. Drop your heels to your butt. And then you're just gonna hold on tight and let the weight of your legs drop down. And do the best you can to relax everything, except your grip, right? You gotta hold your grip, but everything else. Another breath here. And then you can slowly let your feet relax down to the floor, stretch them out, and rest here. And just feel yourself relax. Let the weight of your body soften. Feel the floor rise up to meet and to support you here. As you breathe. And as you breathe, feel that energy just under the surface. And feel free to stay here as long as you need. When you feel ready, you're going to move your fingers, your toes, maybe take your arms, stretch overhead. Oh, and then pull both knees in. And roll to one side. Take a moment here to pause. And slowly press into the strength of your arms. Come on up. Make your way into a comfortable seat. And when you get there, take a moment to let your eyes close. To feel your sitting bones root down and the crown of your head and your heart lift up. And bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra. And take a moment, just as we normally do, to bow your head and honor your time on the mat. And before you get moving, before you step off your mat, just acknowledge that hum of energy underneath the surface. Even on those days when you feel kind of sluggish and tired, that just a little bit of movement can start to get that going. A little variation on what you normally do can get you out of that rut. So thanks for joining me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. As always, help me out, comment, like, subscribe is the best way to do it. Check out some of my other videos. There's a few. Take care. Make it a great day.